It was another great year for Cal Poly sports. While mostly only the big programs get recognized for their outstanding play, this year we're looking at some of the lesser-known teams in our search for the best program of the year. The women's volleyball team is a strong contender. Going 23-6 on the year, the Lady Mustangs won their first Big West title ever and made it into the second round of the NCAA tournament. Sophomore sensation Kylie Atherstone was named Big West Player of the Year. From the hardwood to the diamond, where did the women's softball team come from? After a 39-15 season, the Lady Mustangs won the Big West title and made it to the NCAA tournament. The rugby team was also impressive this year, going 9-2 and making it to the Sweet 16. The team, which has been ranked as high as 6th, had some real laughers, including a 135-0 win over Cal State Long Beach. But this year's winner, you can't argue against championships, and this year the women's lacrosse team made it 7 in a row. An undefeated season, and as Drew Bonadelli says, another tier on that dynastic cake. It is hard to argue against the 7-4 football team or the basketball squad that was one win away from the big dance, so we'll throw an honorable mention their way. All in all, not a bad year.
It's a beautiful day here in San Luis Obispo today, and our producer, Drew Bonadelli, had the brilliant idea to take some pressure off and take the pressure points outside.
Our first topic today, what's the most successful program in Cal Poly sports? And I gotta go ahead and say, it's definitely the football team. They've been competitive over the last 3 years. They've had 3 Buck Buchanan Award winners, Jordan Beck, Chris Gokong, and Kyle Shotwell. They are the best program in Cal Poly sports.
They are a great program. They are one of the top programs, but I don't think you can deny the Cal Poly baseball team. They've been a top 20 team in the national powerhouse for the past 3 or 4 years, and they've done well. They've had 30-plus wins the past few seasons. They've gotten snubbed from the playoffs due to Big West, politics, with Long Beach jumping them one year and this year because of their reputation in the Big West. I don't think you can deny the Cal Poly baseball team.
You said it right there. The baseball team has yet to make the playoffs in the last couple of years. The football team, in 3 of the last 4 years, they have. You have to give the nod to them. They've had great players. They have players in the pros. Shotwell's going to the Raiders. Jordan Beck's on the Falcons. Gokong on the Eagles. They have players in the pros, success on the field. They're just the better team. Rich Ellerson knows how to recruit, and he gets the job done.
Talking about professionals, I mean, you can't deny that the baseball team has professionals going out there. I mean, last year with Van Ostrand, Daly, Norris, you have guys coming out, and they are going pro. This year you have Grant Desmay, who was the fourth highest pick in Cal Poly history. And if you want to talk about recruits, freshman John Orton, he was a freshman Louisville Slugger All-American. So you can't talk about the young guys and the recruits coming in and not doing well for baseball. And the politics in the Big West for baseball is pretty prevalent when they do the selection for the playoffs.
It's a good point, but the fact of the matter is the football team makes the playoffs, the baseball team doesn't. Football team is a better program.
Guys didn't make the playoffs this year.
The Great West Conference was ranked number 1 in Division I 2A for much of last football season. But now, with 2 of its teams fleeing in 2008, the conference loses its playoff bid, and Cal Poly could suffer even further consequences. PSI's Drew Bonadelli has the report.
With both Dakota schools leaving the Great West, the once powerful conference is now whittled down to just 3 FCS schools. Conference Commissioner Ed Grom wanted to expand to 8 teams, but is now left with no hope of an automatic playoff bid for the Great West.
If you don't have a conference with an automatic bid, then getting an at-large berth is a lot harder.
The Mustangs already had a tough time scheduling a half dozen non-conference games, and now Coach Ellerson will really have his work cut out for him. With Division II schools replacing the conference's departed teams, adding new programs is proving to be quite a task, as even California schools like Sac State aren't biting.
So from Sac State's perspective, even though the travel and playing alongside Cal Poly and UC Davis would make more sense, the instability of the Great West is something that they don't want to have to deal with.
As for the Great West Conference, it may have to deal with a premature death.
The Cal Poly football program is a national powerhouse, yet for the last 2 seasons, they've been playing in a high school level stadium. But now, after 20 months of construction and $20+ million spent, Alex Spanos Stadium is ready to field a championship caliber team. Take the PSI exclusive tour from the field level all the way up to the President's Luxury Box.
The Mustangs finally have a home to match their skill level. Alex Spanos Stadium underwent a major renovation that began in August of 2005. It now seats nearly 12,000 fans and features swanky luxury suites high up on the stadium's west end. You can own your very own box for just $15,000 a season for 5 years. Not just the fans, but the media will be reaping the rewards of the stadium's upgrade as well. No more cramming every outlet into one small room. The press box is now divided into several departments for everyone's peace and comfort. Just outside the gates sits the Mustang Memorial Plaza, which honors all the departed from the 1960 plane crash. With a pad this nice, Coach Ellerson and the squad will have no more excuses to blow 20-point fourth quarter leads.